play comes with not understanding what sort of position you're in. So this common tendency, we're going to talk about bailing out at the wrong time, feeling pressure and feeling like, oh my gosh, I have to pull the trigger. I think beginners don't recognize how many points are being won by unforced errors compared to forced errors. And at the end of the day, everybody puts their socks on the same way. Everybody makes mistakes. So I think they're not understanding that if I put one more ball back in play, from a neutralizing standpoint, not trying to be offensive, then good things can happen. My key phrase is get one more ball back in play and good things will happen. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that anytime you're off balance, anytime you're playing defense and you're sitting there thinking, shoot, should I pull the trigger? Think the other direction and let's focus on being a bit more disciplined and trying to neutralize and get up to the kitchen line. Kyle, things that you see here.
Yeah, I think when we use the term bailout, like Tyson said, it's really just we're not in the ideal position. Oftentimes we don't know what to do, so instinct just takes over, and we just think, panic, and then we just hit it hard and just figure, well, I'll either win the point or lose the point right here, but let's just see what happens. And so we want to improve our pickleball IQ to make it an instinct that anytime we're not in an ideal position or anytime we're feeling pressure, to trust our defense, not to try to play offense when we're in a defensive position and try to cut any corners. So I think especially in the pro level, the direction that we're seeing the game go is really high-level defenders. Those are consistently the teams that make it on the podium.
Yeah, I think too, anytime you're looking to speed up, your partner has to have a general idea that you're speeding up. Because how many times do you bail out when you're out of position and then that counterattack goes at your partner, but your partner's not ready for it, and then all of a sudden they end up with a plastic tattoo on their chest. So just keep in mind that you're only going to speed up, obviously, when you can tick all those boxes. When you're stable, when you're in the correct location, and then when you're in yellow. But there's no need to be selfish and speed up at the wrong time or to bail out at the wrong time and then now put your partner in a very bad spot.
Okay, so for the first drill, guys, we're gonna have myself being the teacher. Tyson's gonna go ahead and be the student here. My job is to hit some semi-aggressive, more push dink style, trying to move him side to side. What Tyson's trying to train is his instinct that as he's moving, as he's establishing position a little bit off balance, that all he needs to do is just make sure that he's locking that wrist and popping that ball up very shallow. So we want to use the term shallow. That's why we've positioned the cones about midway between the kitchen line and the net, because we want him to use his height. Height will give him a high percentage of making sure he makes the shot, as well as giving him time to get back in that ideal position. All right, here we go. So I'm trying to move him. That famous Tyson McGuffin lateral movement. We're really going to put that to the test here. Pretend that was in.
Sorry. Versus this is me bailing out. Okay? It's tough for me, obviously, to get ready for his counterattack as my weight's going that way. I'm basically saying here, hey, I'm just gonna bail out and see what happens. But when I bail out, not only am I in a bad spot, but now it's 1 versus 2. What's the likelihood of us winning the point as is 1 versus 2?
Yeah, okay? Slim. Unless you win the point right there, you probably lose the point. Okay?
Right.
So working a few more here.
Yeah, I call that a one-shot wonder.
Notice Tyson's height. He's playing with plenty of margin. And again, that's giving him time to reestablish. So every time he plays it, he's coming back and getting right in the middle. So he doesn't know which direction I'm gonna go. And he wants to be equidistant between each of the spots that I might hit. Second progression on this drill is gonna be the same thing, but Tyson's gonna step back a couple of feet into transition. I would say when we think about bailout shots or using aggression at the wrong time, this is one of the most suspect areas for a lot of beginner and intermediate players, okay? Very challenging to choose the right ball to speed up from here. 9 times out of 10, the appropriate shot is just to play a shot with margin, more of a lifting style, either half volley or reset shot, to give yourself time to neutralize. When we try to speed up from here, we're usually trying to cut corners, and it doesn't normally work out very well. Okay, so Tyson's gonna go back, I'm gonna work him around. So Tyson's mentality, in addition to just wanting to get that ball up, is making sure that he's not getting beat by the net here, right? We'd love for this to land shallow in the kitchen and be nice and unattackable. But we also know that just getting one more ball back in play works at a lot of levels.
What not to do, what not to do. Or forehand side.
Yep. Okay guys, so for the first game that we're gonna do to try to help us if we struggle with bailing out in transition is I'm gonna be starting up here at the kitchen line. I'm gonna be the feeder, and I'm gonna feed a semi-aggressive ball one side or the other to Tyson. Tyson's gonna be in the transition zone. And if we were thinking of doing this for a lower level, I'm just gonna go ahead, drop it, feed it aggressive. If Tyson makes it back in the kitchen, I'm gonna catch it, and that's where the point's gonna end, and he's done his job, okay? So let's just do a couple of those on the lower levels. Put a little, okay, perfect. All right, 1 for 1, and maybe we do 10 of these. Perfect, good height, 2 for 2. Excellent, 3 for 3.
Got a little bit of wind.
Perfect, 4 for 4, we'll do 5 here.
Look at that with the wind.
Oh, look at that, with the wind and everything, okay. So I would say at the beginner levels, maybe practice doing 10 and keeping track of how many are you getting in play out of 10. Remember, it's better to miss long, not quite making it in the kitchen, than to let the net beat you, okay? So next game for a slightly higher level, it's gonna be very similar. I'm still gonna do kind of a drop feed here that's a semi-aggressive. Tyson's gonna look to pop that ball up, get that height going on that ball to give himself time to establish, and then we're just gonna play out the point from there.
Ready, here we go.
Okay, here we go. All right, play that point out, nice. Oh, perfect.
Here we go.
Here we go, all right, 0-1.
Ernie.
You had it, yeah. You knew where I'm going. No, I was there. Dang it. Moving to it.
There we go.
Okay, 0-2. 0-2. Very nice. Too good.
Sorry.
All right, 0-3.
A little bell out.
0-3. We'll play a couple more. We'll play to 5 here.
Oh, it's okay.
You were there. All right, 1-3. I'm coming back. I'm coming for him. Here we go. Very nice. Oh, getting fancy. Getting fancy. Trust the process.
You good? Or?
All right, 1-4. All right, let's play to 5. Let's play to 5. 1-4 here. Look at the height. Still working his way in. Okay, now he's neutralized. Okay, let's just stop there. Yeah, perfect.